Irina, first of all, congratulations, smooth sailing. It seemed like, but what was that wild opening? Tell us about that.
Yeah. I guess you couldn't have guessed I was going to go for this Sicilian today because I've never played it before in my life. That was an idea I had for this game. It's funny because the opening is very sharp, but of course there's a chance that it could go into something kind of tame, right? And that's what happened. And it's a bit of a calculated guess, right? Like if you feel like your opponent's not super prepared for these crazy lines, certainly she couldn't have expected that from me. That gives you a little bit of room, right, to play something very crazy. So you might think it's not always like playing the most boring opening is the way to get the results you need. Sometimes you can go through something really crazy and still it works out actually well like that. So that's how it happened in this game.
And it felt like you were just very well prepared up to this point. Were you concerned at all about this move knight to d6 that Yasser is pointing out?
Yeah, well, that's the main move. So of course
So this is still theory.
Oh yeah. I mean, knight d6 is the main move, right? And bishop b7. So yeah, this position is literally just the beginning of like, there's theory here that goes like for 30 moves, right? So
wow.
Of course that was a possibility. But she took an f6, went for queen d4. It's like a solid looking move, but of course black has no real problems in this endgame. I don't know if I could have been even more ambitious, like, I'm not sure where, like my move seems pretty normal to me. A bishop e7 is definitely kind of normal because otherwise white might play c5 at some point, your bishop might get stuck. King f2, I castled. I realized like I actually kind of wanted to keep the queens on the board in this position, but I didn't know if I should spend a tempo moving away the queen and white could try to play c5. So we got into this position and d5. Yeah, she did play something interesting here, which was this move rook f1. Now I didn't see that one coming, and I thought that was quite a nice move. With the idea of hiding the king on g1 so that e5, it neutralizes one of my main ideas. And then I was like, okay, I should be a little bit careful here, right? Because I still have, the bishop on b7 that's not so great, and she has the queenside majority, so you have to play with a bit of care. So I got this trade, and the one last interesting moment was here, like where I went rook c2. And she surprised me a bit. Yeah, she went for rook a4. I guess, and rook f8. So I realized I could play for more. No stepping back with rook c5. That had been the point. And after rook a5, I can go rook d2, try to get my rook to the second. And of course, black is not risking anything there, only white. So I was g3, and she kind of like, didn't go for the rook trade with rook f1. So probably the game could have ended if she just would have, done something like that. Obviously, I can't really win just a single rook end game. But when she decided not to do it, I was like, okay, well, white's trying to win, but they're trying to win a position where they're not better and they have a lot less time. So that's fine.
And eventually, though,
it
you
does
guys
seem
did
like
find
you
a way
get
of
an
making
advantage.
I mean, I do feel like black. I'm happier playing black here, but I didn't see like anything very clear, and I needed this result to get on to the next round, and that was enough.
Perfect.
Oh, thank you.
Irina, how do you feel about your performance up to this point from a decision-making point of view, from a choice of opening point of view? How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. My opening choices, I think, for this match have worked out really well. Obviously, when that works out really well, you also tend to play better, right? Because you're not facing as many problems. So I feel like pretty good. Time management was good. I mean, playing pretty easily, keeping my energy, and I think that's really the most important thing for this tournament is like, you actually don't want to play too many crazy games spending hours at the board because you have so many matches, right? So the more energy that you can conserve, the better.
Thank you, Irina, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow, guys.
Good luck, Irina. And we do go back to